Goldilocks and the Three Bears. There was once a little girl called Goldilocks. She loved to go exploring in the woods near her home, and one morning as she walked, a delicious smell wafted her way. Mmm, said Goldilocks. Someone is cooking porridge. Goldilocks loved porridge. Now the three bears lived in the wood, a great big father bear, a middle-sized mother bear, and a tiny little baby bear. It was their porridge Goldilocks could smell. It was too much hot, so Father Bear said, "Let's go for a nice walk. When we'll be back, the porridge would get cold." So off they went. A few moments later, Goldilocks arrived at the hollow tree where the bears lived. Goldilocks had never seen a front door in a tree before. She was so curious that she opened the door and stepped inside into a cozy little kitchen where three bowls of porridge were set on the table: a great big bowl, a middle sized bowl, and a tiny little baby bowl. The steaming bowls of porridge made Goldilocks feel very hungry, so hungry that she tried a spoonful of the porridge from the great big bowl. Ouch! It was too much hot. Next, she tried the middle sized bowl, but this porridge was too cold. Last of all, Goldilocks tried the porridge in the tiny little bowl. It was just right. In fact, Goldilocks liked it so much that she ate it all up. After eating the porridge, it made Goldilocks very sleepy. She wandered into the next room and saw a great big chair. "I'm so tired," sighed Goldilocks. "I think I'll sit down for a while." But the big chair was Father Bear's chair. It was far too big and not at all comfy. "This chair is much too soft," said Goldilocks. Goldilocks tried the middle-sized chair. It was Mother Bear's chair. It was close to a window with a lovely view of the woods. "I'd like to sit here," said Goldilocks. "I can look out of the window." But when she sat on the middle-sized chair, she found that it wasn't at all comfy. "Oh dear," said Goldilocks. "This chair is much too hard." The Goldilocks spotted a tiny little green chair with a pretty checked cushion. This chair was just right, but Goldilocks was too heavy for the little chair, and one of its legs snapped off, tipping her onto the floor. Goldilocks picked herself up and decided to explore upstairs. "Maybe I can find somewhere to rest up here," she thought. While thinking this, Goldilocks at the top of the stair came to a green door. By now she was feeling very, very sleepy indeed. All she wanted to do was lie down on the bed and rest. Cautiously, Goldilocks opened the door. Inside the room were three lovely wooden beds, a great big bed, a middle-sized bed, and a tiny little bed. They all looked so very comfortable. So, each was covered in a beautiful quilt, and they were neatly made up, just ready for a tired little girl to come and jump onto it and have a nice nap. Goldilocks tried the great big bed first, but it was too much soft. When she tried the middle-sized bed, it was too hard. Last of all, Goldilocks lay down on the tiny little bed. It was just right. As soon as her head touched the pillow, Goldilocks fell into a deep and deep sleep. By now, the three bears were on their way home. They were all looking forward to their breakfast, but when they stepped inside the door, they had a very great and a big surprise. "Someone's been eating my porridge!" exclaimed Great Big Father Bear. "And someone's been eating my porridge!" said Middle-sized Mother Bear. "And someone's been eating my porridge!" squeaked Tiny Little Baby Bear. "And they've eaten it all up!" The three bears went into the next room. The next room was even more surprising. "Someone has been sitting in my chair," growled Great Big Father Bear. "And someone's been sitting in my chair too," said Middle-sized Mother Bear. And what do you think the baby bear would say? Well, it's extremely obvious. Oh, cried tiny little baby bear. Someone has been sitting in my chair and they've broken it. The three bears were gathered round baby bear's broken chair when suddenly Father Bear heard a noise upstairs. Maybe whoever it is has not left yet, growled Father Bear as he noticed the open door at the top of the stairs. The three bears quietly climbed the stairs, wondering what they might find. And finally, to their surprise, someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Great Big Father Bear crossly. And someone's been sleeping in my bed, complained Middle Sized Mother Bear. And someone's been sleeping in my bed, squeaked Tiny Little Baby Bear. And she's still here! Goldilocks woke with a start. She took one look at the bears and screamed in a fright. Then she leapt out of the bed, fled past the astonished bears, and ran down the stairs. The three bears stumbled after her. But what could happen? But Goldilocks ran and ran and ran as fast as her legs could carry her. She didn't stop running until she was nearby her home. As for the three bears, well, they never saw Goldilocks never ever again. The end.